Lesson 1: Saving money on our accommodation.
Hi Anna, I found a great discount for our stay. Absolutely worth taking advantage of.
Hi John. That's fantastic news. Saving money on our accommodation is always a good thing.
Definitely. It gives us more flexibility to spend on other experiences during our trip.
I agree. A good deal on accommodation allows us to allocate our budget wisely.
Plus, we can use those saved funds for activities or indulging in local cuisine.
Absolutely. Experiencing the local culture through food is one of my favorite things while traveling.
Same here. Trying different dishes and flavors is a wonderful way to immerse ourselves in a new place.
It's amazing how food can be a gateway to understanding a region's traditions and history.
So true. Each bite can tell a story and create lasting memories.
Speaking of memories, do you have any tips for capturing great travel photos?
Definitely. One tip is to explore different angles and perspectives when taking pictures.
That's a great suggestion. It adds variety and visual interest to our photo collection.
Another tip is to wait for the right lighting. Natural light can make a huge difference in the quality of the photo.
I completely agree. Lighting can enhance the colors and mood of a picture.
And don't forget to include yourself in the photos too. Selfies or asking someone to take a picture for you can create great memories.
That's true. It's nice to have some photos with ourselves in them to remember our presence in those places.
Absolutely. It adds a personal touch to our travel memories.
By the way, have you thought about the mode of transportation for our trip?
Yes, I've been considering both flying and taking a train. It depends on the distance and our preferences.
That's a good point. Flying is faster, but a train journey can be more scenic and leisurely.
Exactly. It's worth weighing the pros and cons of each option before making a decision.
Agreed. Sometimes the journey itself can be as enjoyable as the destination.
That's a beautiful way to put it. The journey holds its own magic and discoveries.
Absolutely. It's all about embracing the adventure and making the most of every moment.
Well said. Let's make this trip unforgettable, with great discounts, amazing photos, and wonderful experiences.
I couldn't agree more. Here's to a fantastic journey filled with joy, discovery, and beautiful memories.
Cheers to that. May our travels be filled with excitement, new connections, and unforgettable moments.
Lesson 2: Preparation and Documentation.
Hi Anna, should we bring any documents or references for our meeting tomorrow?
Hi John. Yes, it's a good idea to bring extra materials, just in case we need them.
That makes sense. It's always better to be prepared and have everything we might need on hand.
Absolutely. Having additional documents can provide us with more context and support during the meeting.
Plus, it shows that we've put in the effort and are ready to contribute to the discussion.
Exactly. It demonstrates our professionalism and attention to detail.
Do you have any recommendations on what specific documents we should bring?
Well, it depends on the purpose of the meeting. It's important to review the agenda and see if any specific materials are mentioned.
That's a good point. The agenda will give us a clear idea of the topics that will be covered.
Additionally, it's always helpful to have a copy of any relevant reports, research, or data that might be discussed.
I agree. Having those resources readily available will allow us to reference them during the meeting.
It's also a good idea to bring a notepad and pen to take notes during the discussion.
Definitely. Taking notes helps us stay engaged and retain important information.
Plus, it shows that we value the meeting and want to capture any key points or action items.
Absolutely. It's all about being proactive and showing our commitment to the meeting's objectives.
Is there anything else you think we should bring?
Well, it might be helpful to have some extra copies of our own documents to distribute if necessary.
That's a great suggestion. It ensures that everyone involved in the meeting can have access to the same information.
Exactly. It promotes transparency and encourages collaboration among the participants.
And let's not forget to bring a positive attitude and open mind. Those are essential tools for productive discussions.
I couldn't agree more. Our mindset and willingness to contribute play a significant role in the meeting's success.
Lesson 3: Fitness Journey Tips.
Hi Anna, I've noticed you have a great approach to fitness. Any advice for someone starting their fitness journey?
Hi John. Thank you for the compliment. For someone starting their fitness journey, I would say consistency is key.
That's a great point. Consistency helps to build good habits and ensures progress over time.
Absolutely. It's important to set realistic goals and establish a routine that works for you.
I agree. Starting with small, achievable goals can boost confidence and keep motivation high.
It's also important to find activities you enjoy. Fitness doesn't have to be a chore, it can be fun and fulfilling.
That's true. Engaging in activities you love makes it easier to stay committed and look forward to your workouts.
Additionally, listening to your body is crucial. Pay attention to how you feel and make adjustments accordingly.
That's a valuable point. Rest and recovery are just as important as the exercise itself.
Absolutely. Rest allows your muscles to repair and grow stronger, preventing injuries in the long run.
Do you have any suggestions for incorporating healthy eating habits into a fitness journey?
Yes, nutrition plays a significant role in achieving fitness goals. Focus on a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins.
That's great advice. Fueling your body with nutritious foods provides the energy needed for workouts and aids in recovery.
It's also important to stay hydrated. Drinking enough water supports overall health and performance.
I couldn't agree more. Hydration is often overlooked but is essential for optimal functioning.
Another tip is to be patient with yourself. Results take time, and everyone's journey is unique.
That's a crucial reminder. It's important to celebrate small victories along the way and not get discouraged by setbacks.
Exactly. Embrace the process and focus on the positive changes you're making in your lifestyle.
Are there any resources or tools you recommend for someone starting their fitness journey?
Well, there are many great fitness apps and online platforms that provide workout routines, tracking features, and even communities for support and motivation.
That's a fantastic suggestion. Having access to resources and a supportive community can make the journey more enjoyable.
Lesson 4: Early check-in.
Hi Anna, I have a question. Is there any extra charge for early check in at the hotel?
Hi John. No, there won't be any extra charge for early check-in. However, it depends on the hotel's availability.
That's good to know. I appreciate hotels that are flexible with check in times. It can make the travel experience more convenient.
Absolutely. It's always helpful when hotels accommodate early arrivals, allowing guests to settle in and start their day without delays.
I agree. It can be quite tiring to arrive at a destination after a long journey and then have to wait for hours before getting into the room.
I completely understand. Travel fatigue is real, and having the option for early check-in can make a big difference in guest satisfaction.
Definitely. So, how early can one typically check in without any additional charges?
It varies from hotel to hotel, but generally, if there are vacant rooms available, they will allow you to check in early, even a few hours before the official check-in time.
That's good to know. It's reassuring to hear that hotels prioritize guest comfort and try to accommodate early arrivals when possible.
Yes. They understand that travelers have different schedules and may need to adjust their plans based on flight arrivals or other circumstances.
That's true. It's nice to have that flexibility, especially when there are early morning flights or long layovers involved.
Absolutely. Early check-in can provide a smooth transition and allow guests to freshen up and start exploring their destination right away.
I can imagine. It would be great to drop off luggage, take a shower, and head out to explore without any time constraints.
Indeed. It sets a positive tone for the rest of the trip and allows guests to make the most of their time in a new city or country.
That's exactly what I'm looking for. I want to make the most of my travel experience and maximize my time at the destination.
I completely understand. Early check-in can enhance the overall travel experience, providing convenience and a smooth start to your journey.
I appreciate your insights. It's good to know that early check-in is generally possible without any extra charges. Thank you for clarifying that.
Lesson 5, Coffee Date Planning.
Hi Anna, I was thinking of meeting up for a coffee. Are you available?
Hi John. Sounds great. I have about 20 minutes free. Perfect. I'll see you there.
Excellent. Let's make it a date at our favorite cafe. I'm looking forward to catching up.
Me too. It's been a while since we last met. I'm excited to hear about what's been happening in your life.
Likewise. I'm curious to know how things have been going for you. It'll be nice to have a relaxed chat over a cup of coffee.
Absolutely. Coffee dates are perfect for casual conversations. It creates a cozy and inviting atmosphere to connect and share.
I couldn't agree more. There's something comforting about sipping coffee and engaging in meaningful discussions.
Definitely. It sets a relaxed tone, allowing us to enjoy each other's company without any time pressure.
That's the beauty of coffee dates. We can take our time and truly be present in the moment.
I completely agree. It's an opportunity to unwind and have a break from our busy schedules.
Absolutely. It's important to prioritize these moments of connection and relaxation amidst our hectic lives.
I couldn't agree more. It's the little moments of togetherness that make life enjoyable.
Well said. So, what's your go to coffee order? I'm curious to try something new today.
I usually go for a cappuccino, but today I might opt for a matcha latte. It's a delightful and refreshing choice.
That sounds intriguing. I'll have to give it a try. I'm usually a fan of Americano, but it's always fun to explore new flavors.
Absolutely. It's good to step out of our comfort zones and discover new tastes. Who knows, you might find a new favorite.
That's the exciting part. The possibilities are endless when it comes to coffee and its diverse range of flavors.
Indeed. Coffee is a universal language that brings people together and sparks conversations.
You're absolutely right. It has a way of creating connections and fostering meaningful interactions.
I'm glad we're able to have this coffee date today. It's a wonderful opportunity to reconnect and enjoy each other's company.
I feel the same way. Let's make the most of this time and create memories that we can cherish.
Lesson 6, Finalizing a Business Deal.
Hi Anna, I've been working on the proposal, and I think it's perfect. Once we review it, we can proceed towards finalizing the deal.
Hi John. That's great news. I'm glad the proposal is coming along well. Let's go through it together.
I've made sure to address all the key points and include supporting data and analysis.
Excellent. Let's review each section carefully to ensure that everything is clear and well presented.
The executive summary provides a concise overview of the project and its potential benefits.
That's essential for capturing the attention of stakeholders and highlighting the value proposition.
Exactly. Then, we have the detailed project description and timeline, laying out the scope and deliverables.
It's crucial to provide a comprehensive understanding of what the project entails and the expected timeline.
I've also included a section on the budget and cost analysis to demonstrate the financial feasibility.
That's important for stakeholders to assess the investment required and the potential return on investment.
In addition, I prepared a risk assessment, identifying potential challenges and mitigation strategies.
That's great. It shows that we've thoroughly considered potential obstacles and have plans in place to overcome them.
Lastly, I've included a section on the implementation and monitoring process to ensure successful execution.
Monitoring progress and making adjustments along the way is crucial for achieving the desired outcomes.
Once we review the proposal together, I believe we'll be ready to present it to the decision makers.
Agreed. We want to make sure that the document is polished and persuasive before taking that step.
After we finalize the proposal, we can schedule a meeting with the stakeholders to discuss it in detail.
That's the next step. We'll have an opportunity to address any questions or concerns they may have.
It's important to be prepared to answer their inquiries and provide additional supporting information if needed.
Absolutely. Anticipating their questions and having the necessary data ready will strengthen our position.
Once we've presented the proposal, we can engage in negotiations to reach a mutually beneficial agreement.
Negotiations will allow us to fine-tune the terms and conditions to ensure a successful partnership.
And if all goes well, we can proceed towards finalizing the deal and signing the necessary contracts.
That's the ultimate goal. We're almost there, and I'm confident in our ability to secure this partnership.
Thank you for your collaboration and expertise. Your input has been invaluable throughout this process.
Lesson 7: Airport Security Check.
Hi Anna, are you ready for the security check?
Hi John. Yes, I am. I made sure to pack my liquids in a clear, plastic bag.
That's important. Remember to place your bag in the tray along with your jacket and electronics.
Right, I'll do that. I also remember to remove my shoes. It's necessary for the security screening.
Good job. It helps speed up the process and ensures a thorough inspection.
I'll also take off any metal accessories, like belts and jewelry, to avoid setting off the metal detector.
That's a wise decision. It saves time and prevents unnecessary delays.
I'll place my laptop and other electronic devices in a separate tray for easier scanning.
Excellent. It allows the security personnel to get a clear view of the electronics.
I'm glad I packed my toiletries in travel-sized containers to comply with the liquid restrictions.
That's a smart move. It's essential to follow the regulations to avoid any issues.
I'll make sure my passport and boarding pass are easily accessible for the identification check.
That's crucial. Keep them in a secure but easily reachable place.
I'll be prepared to remove my jacket and place it in a tray if requested by the security personnel.
That's right. Follow their instructions to ensure a smooth process.
I'll also be mindful of any prohibited items in my carry-on bag, like sharp objects or liquids over the limit.
Absolutely. It's important to review the list of prohibited items before traveling.
I've also packed my laptop and other electronics in a way that they can be easily removed for inspection.
That's a good strategy. It helps streamline the security check.
Lesson 8: Shopping Tips.
Hi Anna, I have an idea. We can share our shopping tips.
Hi John. That sounds great. I'm always on the lookout for useful shopping advice.
One tip I have is to make a list before going to the store. It helps stay focused and avoid impulse buying.
That's a good idea. A list keeps us organized and ensures we get what we need.
Another tip is to compare prices and look for deals. It's wise to shop around and find the best value for money.
Absolutely. Checking different stores or online platforms can save us a significant amount of money.
I also find it helpful to read product reviews before making a purchase. It gives insights into the quality and performance.
That's a smart move. Reviews provide valuable information from other customers' experiences.
When it comes to clothing, I recommend trying things on before buying. It helps ensure the right fit.
I agree. Sizes can vary between brands, so trying on clothes is essential to avoid disappointment.
Another tip for clothing shopping is to invest in versatile pieces that can be mixed and matched.
That's a great point. Versatile items provide more outfit options and maximize the wardrobe.
When shopping for groceries, I suggest checking the expiration dates to get the freshest products.
Absolutely. Freshness is crucial, especially for perishable items like fruits, vegetables, and dairy products.
It's also beneficial to buy in bulk for items you frequently use. It can save money in the long run.
That's true. Buying in bulk is cost-effective and reduces the number of shopping trips.
When shopping online, it's important to read the product descriptions and specifications carefully.
Absolutely. Being well informed about the product details helps make an informed decision.
It's also wise to check the return policy before purchasing online. It provides peace of mind.
That's a good reminder. Return policies vary, and it's essential to know the terms and conditions.
Lastly, keeping track of sales and promotional events can help score great deals.
Definitely. Subscribing to newsletters or following stores on social media can provide updates on discounts.
Thank you for sharing your shopping tips. I've learned some valuable insights from you.
Lesson 9: Baking a chocolate cake.
Hi Anna, I finally found an excellent recipe for the cake we'll be making.
Hi John. That's great news. I'm excited to get started.
To make the cake, we'll need flour, sugar, cocoa powder, and eggs.
Perfect. Let's gather all the ingredients before we begin.
We'll also need butter, milk, baking powder, and vanilla extract.
Noted. I'll make sure we have everything ready in the kitchen.
Once we have all the ingredients, we can start measuring and mixing.
It's important to follow the recipe's instructions accurately.
We'll first combine the dry ingredients, flour, sugar, cocoa powder, and baking powder.
I'll sift the dry ingredients to ensure they're free of lumps.
In a separate bowl, we'll whisk together the wet ingredients, eggs, milk, melted butter, and vanilla extract.
Whisking will help us achieve a smooth and well-incorporated batter.
Then, we'll gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture, stirring until well combined.
We want to avoid overmixing, as it can make the cake dense.
Once the batter is ready, we'll pour it into a greased cake pan.
Make sure the pan is evenly greased to prevent the cake from sticking.
We'll then bake the cake in a preheated oven for the specified time.
It's essential to follow the recommended baking temperature and time.
After baking, we'll let the cake cool completely before frosting it.
The cooling process ensures the frosting doesn't melt or slide off.
We can choose a delicious chocolate ganache or buttercream frosting for the cake.
Both options sound delightful. It'll be hard to resist a slice of that chocolate goodness.
Let's get ready to create a delectable homemade chocolate cake. Take care.
Lesson 10: Gastronomic Delights in Italy.
Hi Anna, as a fellow food lover, I'm wondering which place we should visit next.
Hi John. Italy is a heaven for gastronomy. We should definitely consider it.
I've heard that Italian cuisine is rich in flavors and diverse in regional specialties.
Absolutely. From pasta to pizza and gelato, Italy offers an array of culinary delights.
Which cities in Italy would you recommend for a food-focused trip?
Rome, Florence, and Bologna are renowned for their food culture.
I've always wanted to try authentic Roman pasta dishes like carbonara and cacio e pepe.
Those dishes are indeed mouth-watering. Rome is a pasta lover's paradise.
And Florence is famous for its succulent bistecca alla Fiorentina, a mouth-watering Florentine steak.
That sounds like a must-try for meat lovers. Florence is a culinary gem.
Bologna, on the other hand, is known as the food capital of Italy with its rich ragu sauce and tortellini.
I can imagine the incredible flavors that await us in Bologna. It's a true foodie destination.
Let's not forget about the gelato. We'll find the most irresistible gelato shops throughout Italy.
Gelato is the perfect treat to enjoy while exploring the picturesque streets of Italy.
We can also explore local markets and try traditional Italian ingredients.
Shopping for fresh produce and regional delicacies will be a delightful experience.
Italy truly offers a gastronomic journey for us to savor and enjoy.
I can't wait to immerse ourselves in the flavors of Italian cuisine. Take care.
Absolutely. It'll be a culinary adventure to remember. Until next time.
Lesson 11: Organizing your wardrobe.
Hi Anna, I have a lot of clothes, and my wardrobe is a mess. Any tips for organizing it?
Hi John. I can definitely help. Organizing a wardrobe can make your life much easier.
Where should I start? It feels overwhelming with all the clothes I have.
Begin by decluttering. Sort through your clothes and decide what to keep, donate, or discard.
That makes sense. I'll separate them into piles based on their condition and how often I wear them.
Once you've decluttered, consider grouping your clothes by category. For example, separate tops, bottoms, and outerwear.
That sounds like a good idea. It will make it easier to find specific items when I need them.
Within each category, you can further organize by color or style, whichever works best for you.
I like the idea of organizing by color. It will create a visually pleasing and cohesive wardrobe.
Another helpful tip is to use storage solutions like bins, dividers, and hangers to maximize space and keep things tidy.
I'll definitely invest in some storage solutions to make the most of my wardrobe space.
And don't forget to rotate your seasonal clothing. Store off-season items in boxes or vacuum-sealed bags.
That's a great suggestion. It will free up space for the clothes I'll be wearing regularly.
Lastly, try to maintain your organized wardrobe by regularly putting clothes back in their designated spots.
I'll make it a habit to keep things organized and avoid creating a mess again.
By implementing these tips, you'll have a well-organized and functional wardrobe in no time.
Thank you for your advice. I'm excited to transform my messy wardrobe into an organized oasis.
Lesson 12: Termination clauses in contracts.
Hi Anna, have you ever considered including termination clauses in contracts?
Hi John. Absolutely, termination clauses can provide clarity and protection for both parties.
That's true. They outline the conditions under which a contract can be terminated.
Termination clauses can specify the rights and obligations of each party in case of termination.
Exactly. They can help avoid disputes and provide a clear path forward.
Termination clauses can also include notice periods to allow for an orderly termination process.
That's important. It gives both parties time to adjust and make necessary arrangements.
Termination clauses can address situations where one party breaches the contract.
Yes, they can outline the consequences and remedies in case of a breach.
They can also specify circumstances beyond the control of either party, like force majeure events.
Right. Force majeure clauses can protect parties from liabilities in unforeseen circumstances.
Termination clauses can also address situations where the contract becomes impossible to fulfill.
Absolutely. They can provide a way out if certain conditions make performance impossible.
Termination clauses can also address issues like non-payment or non-performance by either party.
That's true. They can establish consequences for such situations.
Termination clauses can offer flexibility by including conditions for early termination or renewal.
Yes, they can provide options if both parties agree to terminate or extend the contract.
They can also address situations where one party wants to terminate for convenience.
That's important. It allows for termination without breaching the contract.
Termination clauses can vary depending on the nature and complexity of the contract.
Absolutely. They should be tailored to the specific needs and risks of each agreement.
It's crucial to carefully review and negotiate termination clauses before signing a contract.
Yes, seeking legal advice can help ensure the clauses are fair and protect both parties' interests.
It's also important to communicate openly and discuss termination conditions during contract negotiations.
That's true. Clear communication can help prevent misunderstandings and align expectations.
In the end, termination clauses can provide a sense of security and facilitate a smooth exit if needed.
Definitely. They can help parties part ways amicably and minimize potential conflicts.
It's essential to approach contract termination with professionalism and respect for the agreed terms.
Absolutely. Termination clauses can contribute to a healthy and transparent business environment.
Lesson 13: Exciting new smartphones.
Hi Anna, have you seen the new smartphones at the shop? They look amazing.
Hi John. Yes, I noticed them. The designs are sleek and modern.
Absolutely. And the display quality is incredible. The colors are so vibrant.
I agree. The high resolution screens make everything look so sharp and clear.
Did you notice the advanced camera features? They can capture stunning photos and videos.
Yes, the camera technology has improved so much. It's impressive what these smartphones can do.
And they have powerful processors that make the phones fast and efficient.
That's true. The performance is top-notch, allowing for smooth multitasking and gaming.
I also heard that the battery life has been improved. They can last for hours on a single charge.
That's a great feature. It's frustrating when your phone dies quickly, especially when you're out and about.
Absolutely. And these new smartphones also support fast charging, so you can quickly get back to using them.
That's convenient. Fast charging saves time and ensures you're not stuck waiting for your phone to recharge.
Another exciting feature is the enhanced security options. Some smartphones now have facial recognition or fingerprint sensors.
Yes, those security measures provide peace of mind, knowing that our personal information is protected.
And have you seen the storage capacity? These new smartphones offer ample space for all our files, photos, and apps.
That's great to hear. Running out of storage can be a hassle, so having more space is definitely a plus.
I also noticed that some of these smartphones have water and dust resistance. They can withstand accidental spills or drops.
That's a useful feature, especially for those of us who are a bit clumsy with our phones.
Absolutely. It adds durability and ensures that the phones can handle everyday life.
I've also heard that these smartphones come with advanced AI capabilities. They can assist us with various tasks.
Yes, AI integration is becoming more prevalent. It's fascinating to see how our phones can adapt and learn from our behaviors.
Definitely. It's like having a personal assistant right in our pockets.
The options for customization are also impressive. From wallpapers to themes, users can make their smartphones unique.
That's a fun aspect. It allows us to express our individuality and personalize our devices.
Overall, these new smartphones offer a wide range of features and improvements that cater to our needs and preferences.
That's true. The advancements in smartphone technology continue to enhance our daily lives.
So, have you considered getting one of these new smartphones?
I'm definitely tempted. They have so much to offer. I might have to visit the shop again and take a closer look.
Same here. Let's explore the possibilities and see which one suits us best.
Sounds like a plan. Let's dive into the exciting world of new smartphones and find the perfect one for us.
Agreed. It's an exciting time for technology enthusiasts like us. Let's make the most of it.
Lesson 14, Building Trust in Relationships.
Hi Anna, do you have any tips on how to establish trust in relationships?
Hi John. Trust is essential in any relationship. One important tip is to be reliable and follow through on your commitments.
That makes sense. Keeping our promises shows that we can be trusted to fulfill our obligations.
Absolutely. Another tip is to be open and honest in your communication. Transparency helps build trust and avoids misunderstandings.
I agree. Being upfront about our thoughts and feelings creates a foundation of trust and authenticity.
It's also important to listen actively. Show genuine interest in what the other person has to say and validate their feelings.
Active listening demonstrates that we value the other person's perspective and helps foster trust and understanding.
Another tip is to respect boundaries. It's crucial to honor the boundaries set by the other person and not push them beyond their comfort zone.
Respecting boundaries shows that we care about the other person's well-being and fosters a sense of trust and safety.
Trust is also built through consistency. Being consistent in our words and actions helps establish a sense of reliability.
Consistency creates a predictable environment where the other person feels secure and can trust in our behavior.
Trust is a two-way street. It's important to trust others as well. Give them the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise.
That's a great point. Trusting others initially allows for the development of mutual trust and strengthens the relationship.
Building trust takes time, so patience is key. It's important to allow the trust to grow naturally and not rush the process.
Patience allows the relationship to evolve at its own pace and ensures a solid foundation of trust is established.
Lastly, apologize and make amends when you make a mistake. Taking responsibility shows that you value the relationship and are committed to earning trust.
Apologizing and making amends demonstrate humility and a willingness to repair any damage caused, strengthening trust.
Trust is a precious gift in any relationship. It requires effort, consistency, and mutual respect to establish and maintain.
Absolutely. Trust forms the basis of strong and healthy relationships, allowing them to thrive and grow.
Let's remember these tips and continue to build trust in our relationships. It's a lifelong journey worth investing in.
I couldn't agree more. Let's cultivate trust and nurture the connections we have. It's the foundation for meaningful relationships.
Indeed. Trust enriches our lives and brings depth to our interactions. Let's embrace it wholeheartedly.
Well said. Here's to building trust and fostering deep, lasting relationships that bring us joy and fulfillment.
Lesson 15, Rise and Shine.
Hi Anna, did you manage to wake up early today? Good morning.
Hey there. Yes, I woke up with the sunrise. It's such a refreshing way to start the day.
That's great. I always find it challenging to wake up early, but I know it sets a positive tone for the day.
Absolutely. Starting the day early allows us to have more time for ourselves and accomplish tasks before the hustle and bustle begins.
I agree. It's a peaceful time to focus on personal growth, whether it's exercising, meditating, or reading.
Speaking of reading, do you have any book recommendations for personal development?
Definitely. Atomic Habits by James Clear is an excellent choice. It offers practical strategies for building good habits and breaking bad ones.
That sounds intriguing. I'll add it to my reading list. Any other recommendations?
The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is a transformative read. It explores the importance of living in the present moment and finding inner peace.
I've heard great things about that book. I'll make sure to give it a read. Thanks for the suggestion.
You're welcome. I'm sure you'll find it insightful. Now, let's talk about morning routines. Do you have any rituals that help you start the day on a positive note?
Absolutely. I like to begin with some light stretching and a few minutes of meditation. It helps me clear my mind and set my intentions for the day.
That sounds like a peaceful way to center yourself. I should incorporate some stretching into my routine as well.
It's worth a try. Stretching can help wake up your body and increase flexibility.
I'll definitely give it a shot. Do you have any tips for staying motivated and productive throughout the day?
One tip is to break down tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. It helps prevent overwhelm and allows for a sense of accomplishment as you complete each step.
That's a great suggestion. Breaking tasks into smaller parts makes them more approachable and less daunting.
Another tip is to prioritize your tasks based on importance and urgency. It helps you stay focused and ensures that you're working on what truly matters.
Prioritization is key. It helps us allocate our time and energy effectively. I'll keep that in mind.
Lastly, it's essential to take regular breaks and recharge. Stepping away from work for a few minutes can boost productivity and prevent burnout.
I agree. Breaks help refresh our minds and prevent fatigue. It's important to find the right balance between work and rest.
Absolutely. By implementing these strategies, we can make the most of our mornings and set ourselves up for success throughout the day.
Indeed. Let's embrace the early mornings and make them a time of growth, productivity, and self-care.
Lesson 16: Networking Opportunities.
Hey Anna, have you ever considered attending trade shows and networking events?
Hi John. Yes, I think they can be great opportunities to expand professional connections and learn about industry trends.
Absolutely. Trade shows often gather experts and businesses from various sectors, providing valuable insights and networking possibilities.
It's a chance to meet like-minded professionals and exchange ideas that can lead to potential collaborations or partnerships.
That's true. Attending these events allows us to build a strong professional network, which can be beneficial for career growth.
Networking events also offer the chance to learn from industry leaders through seminars and panel discussions.
Yes, listening to experienced professionals can provide valuable knowledge and inspiration for our own professional journeys.
It's important to approach these events with a positive attitude and be open to meeting new people.
Absolutely. Being approachable and engaging in conversations can help create meaningful connections.
And don't forget to bring your business cards. They are a handy way to exchange contact information and make a lasting impression.
Good point. Having a well designed business card can leave a professional and memorable impression.
Additionally, it's helpful to prepare an elevator pitch to introduce yourself and your work concisely.
That's essential. A compelling elevator pitch can spark interest and make a lasting impression on potential connections.
Another tip is to follow up with the people you meet after the event. Sending a personalized message or connecting on LinkedIn can help nurture the relationship.
Following up is crucial. It demonstrates your genuine interest in maintaining the connection and can lead to future opportunities.
Absolutely. Networking is an ongoing process, so it's important to stay engaged and nurture the relationships you build.
Networking doesn't have to be limited to in person events. Online platforms and social media can also be valuable tools for expanding your professional network.
That's true. Virtual networking has become increasingly popular and allows us to connect with professionals worldwide.
It's important to find a balance between attending physical and virtual networking events to maximize our opportunities.
Definitely. Exploring a mix of both can broaden our reach and open doors to new possibilities.
Well said. Attending trade shows and networking events is a proactive way to expand our professional horizons and make valuable connections.
Absolutely. By embracing these opportunities, we can enhance our professional growth and create a strong network of support.
Let's make it a priority to seek out these events and make the most of the networking opportunities that come our way.
Lesson 17: Fresh Perspectives.
Hi Anna, what do you think about the latest advancements in technology?
Hi John. I find the constant evolution of technology fascinating. It brings new solutions and possibilities to various aspects of our lives.
Absolutely. The latest innovations have the potential to simplify tasks and enhance our productivity.
It's impressive how technology has transformed industries like healthcare, education, and communication.
Indeed. It has made healthcare more accessible through telemedicine and improved learning experiences through online education platforms.
I agree. Technology has also revolutionized communication, allowing us to connect with people across the globe effortlessly.
The rise of social media and messaging apps has made it easier to stay connected with friends and family, regardless of distance.
However, it's important to strike a balance and not let technology consume too much of our time and attention.
That's true. Finding a healthy relationship with technology is essential for maintaining a well-rounded lifestyle.
Absolutely. We should embrace technology as a tool to enhance our lives while being mindful of its potential drawbacks.
Speaking of drawbacks, what are your thoughts on the impact of technology on privacy and security?
It's a valid concern. As technology advances, we must prioritize protecting our personal information and digital security.
That's why it's crucial to stay informed about privacy settings, use strong passwords, and be cautious about sharing sensitive information online.
Agreed. It's also important for companies and organizations to prioritize data protection and maintain transparent privacy policies.
Absolutely. Trust and transparency are key in ensuring that technology is used responsibly and ethically.
Moving forward, I believe the future holds even more exciting possibilities for technology, such as artificial intelligence and virtual reality.
The potential applications of AI and VR are vast and can revolutionize various industries, from gaming to healthcare.
It's incredible to think about the transformative impact these technologies can have on our everyday lives.
Indeed. As technology continues to evolve, it's essential for us to adapt and embrace the opportunities it presents.
Absolutely. By staying curious, learning, and keeping an open mind, we can navigate the ever-changing landscape of technology.
Well said. Let's embrace the advancements, but also remain vigilant and responsible in our use of technology.